Hi there, this is your 15-minute Pilates workout. Now Pilates is all about lengthening your muscles, creating really good core strength, but also overall strength and stability in the rest of your body. So let's get right to it. You're gonna need a few things for today. Definitely set up your yoga mat. You're also gonna grab your resistance cord and we're gonna put it over level 4. Make sure you set it up so the bands hang evenly so you're ready to access this when we're ready for it. I'm also gonna have you grab your yoga block, leave it to the side, and finally grab that stability ball, which we're gonna start with. So this first one, we're gonna use a stability ball and you're just gonna sit in it like you're sitting on a chair. What I'm trying to do with you is create a sense of centering and grounding starting from your pelvic floor. Your feet are side by side, heels and feet gripping to the floor, almost creating pressure, and your hips into the ball. And you're just gonna gently, like you have a bowl of water, spill the water slightly backward and slightly forward. That's all we're doing. I want the smallest amount of movement, creating connection to all those abs right below your belly button. That's gently pulling forward and gently reaching back. Sometimes it helps me if I have a palm on my stomach, and you can try that as well. Creating tension in your inner thighs, rounding and reaching. Let the ball give you feedback in space to create the right kind of movement for you. Reaching. You should actually feel almost a little fatigue here and almost a warming sensation starting from the center of your body. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Go ahead and we're gonna scoot this ball out of the way for just a minute. And we're gonna come right down into our back for roll backs. With your feet side by side, and kind of move the fleshy part of your behind out of the way so you get on your sit bones. Your arms are gonna reach forward, roll those shoulders down and back, and you're gonna tip that bowl of water over, reaching for the ground and rolling back. It's not just a clever name. And then you're gonna go ahead and push those ribs into the ground, rolling up, 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 and stack. That's all it is. Rolling back, reaching for those lower ribs to hit first. Coming up, tuck the chin, exhale up, and perfect. If you feel yourself gliding backwards, that's okay. Scoot up and get right back in. Check in. Are you holding your breath? Are your shoulders rising? Make sure neither are happening. Head back, chin curls, pull up, away, 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 and up. Reaching for that yoga block. I'm placing it between your knees because I want you to focus not on pushing your knees in, but on pulling with your inner thighs. You're gonna gently roll back, and I want you to press through your heels, pressing up. Your hips are curled under, and then you're gonna articulate, rolling your spine down, everyone. So driving up, feel a nice burning your hamstrings and your behind, and roll down. That's all there is to it. Drive up and under. A really good cue that's always helped me is when you drive up, reach your knees away to the other side of the room. Really create some length for yourself. Wonderful job. Up and roll, 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 roll. Do not ignore the top side of your body. Opening up those shoulders. Final rep. Exhaling, softening, and down. Grab that block out. You're not gonna need it anymore, so just shove it to the back of the room on the wall and reach up for those handles. They're right there hanging, make sure they're even. And we're gonna do a ab series inspired by hundreds. If you're a Pilates person that does this a lot, you'll recognize it. Put pressure downward on the bands, and you're gonna gently sit up, and you're gonna press lightly in, and out. 2, 3. In. If this is feeling okay for you, go ahead and lift those legs to tabletop. Breathe in and out. If you want one more variation, on the ins, you keep your knees bent like this. 2, 3, 4. Extend. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. And out. 2, 3, 4. Holding this position, slightly bend the arms. Go right into scissors. Squeeze and switch. Squeeze and switch. Let that downward pressure of the band help support you. Good. Another variation, bicycle knees. Now coming in front of the hip. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. Take a moment here. You're doing great. Stay with me. Keeping those hands in the handles of your cord. A little downward pressure. Bring your arms down to a T position. Roll around and up. Open, down. Good. Check in with yourself. If the tension feels too easy, go ahead and wiggle yourself down your mat a little bit and carry on. If it feels perhaps too difficult, you can just create less space between your head and the wall mount, and you can always shift your way back up. Last 2 rounds, and we switch directions. Open, squeeze, and other way. So now down, open, and center. I don't want a huge arching in your low back, but I also don't want you rounded like this. Keep it in a neutral spine. Carrying on with the supine arm circles. Your neck is flat. You're breathing calmly. Give me 3, open, and 2, and good. Final 1, and take a moment. This final exercise with the cord is gonna focus on your triceps. Same position with your body. Really get those shoulder blades tucked behind you, tight and supportive. And then we're gonna bring our arms down at our sides as we go into tricep extensions. I do not want this to be a race for you. Just extend and up. Extend and up. Same rules apply. If you feel a little fatigued, scoot up. If it feels too easy for you, wiggle down your mat and then get right back in. The most important thing is to try to keep moving. You can always shake out those arms if you need to. Perfect job. If this starts to get difficult, go ahead and reach one arm, then the other arm. If you're feeling good, keep charging forward. Last 5, 4, let it burn, 2, 1. Excellent. I'm gonna have you go ahead and release those handles and set up for your leg series. I know we've got tight quarters, but it's plenty of room. Hands side by side. What we're gonna do is simulate what we would do on a reformer machine and set it up with a leg series of 4 movements. I want you to kind of follow the leader, watch as I go, starting initially with your feet up, extended, pointed, and slight turn out, palms down. We're gonna open and squeeze. These are just mini straddle squeezes. I'm not thinking about pushing in, but I'm pulling in with my inner thighs. Good, and use your breath. It's a funny cue, but think about blowing air out the tips of your toes. Last 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, right into frog. Sounds like just as it looks. Pressing in, bringing them out. Bringing them in, bringing them out. Nice and connected, slow and controlled. I want integrity with all of your movements. And press. We're not collapsing, but we're drawing our legs in. Perfect. Bring in, drive, squeeze. Bring in, drive, squeeze. Last 2. Good. Last 1. Squeeze. All right, take a quick moment here. Switching the formation just a little bit, but staying with legs. Body's still flat and connected, legs are extended, and we're gonna do circles to the outside, then to the inside, and here we go. Perfect. If you are new to Pilates, or if you've just been traveling all day and you're trying to get your body moving, start with smaller circles. We don't have to go to the moon on this. Nice tight circles. As you feel a little bit better, you can go a little bit wider. Perfect. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Yes, we're reversing and around. Perfect. As always, you might find a direction or a side of you that's a little weaker than the other. Totally okay. Seek it out, embrace it, lean into it, get better at it. Nice job. Almost there, guys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, mini break. If you want a sip of water, now is the time. Otherwise, we'll get right back into the exact same leg series, going through it from the top. Take a nice even breath. Reset up. Strong center, shoulders tucked, and here we go. Mini straddles and pull, reach and pull. Your legs are not vertical, they're at a slight angle and turned out. Open and squeeze, open and squeeze. Your inner thighs will be sore tomorrow. Open and squeeze. Last 3, last 2, last 1. As you recall, frogs, pressing those heels together and pulling in, out and in. Make sure those heels are kissing together, but there's pressure underneath them. It's okay to shake. I'm definitely there with you. Heart rate is up. Legs are turning to jello. You're on track. Last 2. Squeeze. Last 1. Last 1. And great. Mini break. We have the leg circles. Externally rotating, then internally, just as before. And circling down, center. If you're feeling a bit warmer and a bit more ready, go ahead and make them a little bit larger, but remain in control, remain connected. Last 3, last 2, 1. I need you to push 30 more seconds of these legs. Come on. There we go. Squeeze. Don't underestimate the strength of your core. Let it help you. Pressing to the floor. Triceps are squeezing tight. Stay with me. Use the breath. Last 3. Last 2. Rest in your legs in 1. And 1. Oh, beautiful job. Whew, we made it. Now, gently roll over. Be kind to yourself. Press yourself up, and we're gonna flip directly over. We're gonna go into prone, pulling straps. We're gonna use our cord and gently rock our body up using our upper back and creating some strength on our posterior side of our body. So I'm gonna have you lay face down, grab your straps, and your toes are pointed and hips are under facing the floor. As you arch up, your straps are gonna pull and open. I never want tension to leave the band. Just as before, if it's a little too easy, scoot back. If it's a little too hard, scoot forward. Connect to your transitions. We're not just moving, pushing through air. Every single thing counts in this. Really driving your hips into the floor. Your toes are pointed. They're pushing into the floor. Very nice job. Almost there. Coming toward the end of this workout. Don't leave me now. Tight squeeze. Last 3. Beautiful. 2. Final rep. 1. Gently release. Gently let go of those cords and kind of roll yourself up. Last few movements here. Back to our stability ball. If you can walk. I'm gonna have you lay it on the ground at the very one extended side of your mat, and I'm gonna go the other side. I want you to place your heels onto the mat, your hands side by side, and now back in this position again, and you're gonna lift up and hold for just 30 seconds. That's all I want you to do is connect. We're not bellying, arching out, but my hips are under, I'm connected and tight, and I'm feeling it in those connection points between my hamstring and my glute, okay? Hands are reaching open, energy open from your chest, pointing your toes. Last 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. Gently roll back, right back up, drawing the ball in and open. Squeeze in and open. Squeeze those knees together and open. Last 3. Last 2. Good. Final rep, and extend and roll down. Wonderful. So final setup for your workout. Move the ball aside. I'm gonna perform 2 ragdolls. Your feet are side by side. This is just gonna feel amazing on your body. You're gonna gently let gravity help you reach your head down and just one space to the next, drag all the way down to the foot and hang. Exhale, drag your body sideways. If you can't touch the ground, that's okay. Putting pressure on your right leg, your opposite leg, press down, drag, drag, drag. Center, breathe in. If you get a little dizzy, it's okay. It's what I want to see. It's totally normal. And dragging down. Don't fight it. Drag. Now you know why we call it a ragdoll. Pressing that opposite foot and drive up. You'll even feel it through your neck. And stack. Take a second to center. And you have made it through your Pilates workout. Well done.